Hello everybody, Jamie here from the Classic Games team. We're back with another devlog video on our upcoming project Orbital, an outer space endless survival arcade game. Very intense stuff. So today we're going to be looking at the UI, mostly focused on the UI of the menu itself, because the game is seen so many changes, so we're going to make two different videos. But this one's about the menu UI, going through the challenges that we faced, the iterations that we went through, and hopefully along the way you find a couple of tips and tricks and understand why we've made some different decisions. Looking at the menu, it was quite simple, very bare bones, but it was still thematically on par with what we were going for. Sci-fi, space, galactic battle, futuristic energy and technologies. We were quite happy with it. But of course, we're not here to talk about the mobile version. We're here to talk about the PC version. We really wanted to ensure the planet remained the focal point of the menu. It only makes sense. You're a planetary pilot controlling the planet against the onslaught of a supermassive black hole. And this is why we've moved it to be ever so slightly off-centered in the screen, ensuring it's a focal point, with the paneling and the UI pushed to the left and the right. So let's talk about what we have here. At the top, we have the Orbital logo. As you can see, it's just a placeholder in this example. Below that are different panels. Home, leaderboard, store, settings. Very common in any game. But what is unique is the news section. It's a really interesting feature because it allows us to pull data from our server and display whatever news we want to the player. Updates about the game, playtests we're running, community events, and so much more. It's a really cool feature that allows us to share that little bit more of information with players. And what's even better about this is it's fully localized. We support pretty much every language under the sun. So if you're playing in French, German, or Spanish, the news will also be translated to your language. And better yet, all you gotta do is click on the news and the player is instantly redirected via URL to where we want them to go. Now let's shift focus to the right side of the screen. We really wanted a huge play button to make it impactful. We later updated this to say launch, but we still have this dominating button that makes it clear what the player needs to click. Below that, we have a simple cycle menu where players can click through and pick whatever planet they want to play with. And below the planet name, we have three icons showcasing the planet's three unique technologies. So we're giving the player that initial information about the planet.
And we'll have an entirely separate devlog video focused on the leaderboard itself.
The store also got a complete overhaul. We wanted to continue the general format and layout from the first iteration, but we knew we had to update it to suit PC input. We kept the sections where each planet had their own area. Clicking on a planet opens up more information. You can see three technologies the planet has, information about the planet and how much it costs to unlock, if you've unlocked it, all these different things that are quite critical for a player. The plan is to have a gameplay video that plays whenever a user hovers over one of the technologies, explaining and showing what that technology actually does. The settings panel also got a new look. We added subsections for audio, controls, display, gameplay. These are really the core settings you want to be offering any player. As I mentioned, Orbital supports many languages, so we needed to have a drop-down menu for language selection. But this, of course, came with its very own challenges. Language selection required a little bit of extra thinking. When displaying available languages, you want to show them in the user's current language. For example, if the game is set to English, you'll see the word Japanese written in English. But if a Japanese person wants to play in Japanese, they need to see the language option in their native language, not in English. So we updated this and added traditional country flags for each spoken language just to make life that little bit easier. At this stage, we were in a very happy position with the UI. Players were coming in, the UI was thematic, and they filled the energy and the vibe of the game. But we wanted to have that one little extra bit to welcome someone in. A welcome message. When players jump into the game for the first time, they're greeted with a personalised welcome message introducing them to Orbital and thanking them for taking part. It's a lovely little touch to break that fourth wall and talk directly to the player. We pull their name from the Steam API and inject it into a message. Well, that's everything, folks. Thanks very much for having a listen and taking part in this little devlog with ourselves. If this is the type of content that you're interested in and you want to find out more about Orbital and what we're cooking, stay up to date, stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next one.